Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku cloud chart market review of the S&P 500 index. I've not done an update on this particular trading view platform. I've mainly done a lot over the last couple of months on the YouTube channel and the blog, cloud chart trading channel. Now what's happened this year so far, the Q1 for this year and first two quarters has really been a down market. There was an absolute beautiful cloud chart sell signal at 4,600 in the market, a sell signal above the cloud, and then the outlook changed from bullish to bearish as soon as the index sliced through this bottom in cloud chart support level, and that was the secondary sell signal. So from then onwards, it was really a lovely little bear market, much needed correction in the market. We'll look at the weekly chart in a minute. And then these levels, there was plenty of swing trades from these levels, key support zones. We can see these levels, that rebound trade there came from these lows there. Quite a volatile trading session. You had to be quite patient executing trades in and around those areas. And then these resistance zones were now the bottom end of the cloud, particularly the front end of the cloud became a significant resistance zone. Market then sold off, sliced through that support zone to rebound from these lows, and this 4,100, you can see where that cluster of cloud chart support levels come from, that 4,000 there, 151, and the top end of the cloud there at 4,139. So then we had a couple of rebounds from that zone, right up, back up to the bottom end of the cloud, broke through the top end of the cloud. Now, briefly, the outlook changed back to bullish at the top end of the cloud, but these swing trades are very profitable, trading these rebound trades, contrarian trades, because you're trading in a bear market rally, basically. Then the index sliced to the top end of the cloud, failed to keep support here, and then generated another sell signal, and then we captured all these moves to the downside on the short side, so to speak. Then managed to rebound at these levels, 3,800 on the daily. You can see that cluster of support, 3,823, 3,784, and then these lows here of February lows of 2021, 3,690, with the most recent cloud chart lows as well as previous lows to be tested. So on a way down, we look at the these key support zones that acted as major support on the way up, and we were wondering if they, and the clouds give us an idea if they're going to hold or not, and where the potential rebounds might be in this overall bear market rally, so to speak. Price action below the cloud remains bearish on the daily, with the upside potential back up to the standard line there, the turning line. You see the turning lines is much more sensitive to price action, but the standing line there is a key resistance zone. We really need to see index to break past that level and then retest this resistance. So now this cloud is quite thick. It tells us there's a lot of resistance to deal with, as well as the front end of the cloud. Yeah, 3975 is also another major resistance zone, as well as the top end of the cloud there at 4076. So highlight those two on your chart to give an idea where this little rally can last up to. From a contrarian swing trade point of view. Now let's just take a look at the weekly for a minute. The weekly Ichimoku, strong sell signal above the cloud. Yeah, plenty of other cloud chart sell signals, as well as when it sliced through the bottom in the cloud, the outlook changed from bullish to bearish on the weekly. So weekly chart still bearish, with these rebounds from this level here, 3684. Downside risk to these highs here, 3509. Now the 3500 is also a major support zone at the front end of the cloud on the monthly. Now you don't quite see it on this particular chart because this is not the chart of the actual index, but at the index you'll see there's a major cloud chart support level at 3,500, and that's also where this standard line of the cloud is. It's a kind of a lagging line of the cloud, a major support zone as well. So there's some downside risk on the monthly down to about 3,500, and maybe a bad earnings season will get us there in the S&P, so to speak. Back to the daily. So what we've got there is now we're looking out for this today and next week, if we're going to get through the this resistance zone of 3916, and then bottom end of the cloud, and then the next resistance zone is this front end 3974. We're slightly above this zone of 3879, which is good. So will be interesting to see if these two levels are going to hold. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, a little bit more in tune with what's happening intraday. So back above the cloud is bullish so far. Just to recap, the short trades there were beautiful short sell signals here. When the sell signal there from a cloud chart perspective, and then a sell signal when sliced to the bottom in the cloud. Failed to find support at this old cloud chart support level of 3910. So gap down below that. The next downside target was this cluster of support, and that comes from other support zones. We just scroll back. It's going to take a while to get to those levels, but in any case, they come from previous. You can see these 4-hour cloud chart lows there of the 5th of March, also on the 4-hour, turned out to be fantastic rebound support zones. And then now this long trade lasted up until about the top end of the cloud. Then the resistance came into play. Another little sell-off to retest the front end of the cloud support. So as long as we've got these lows, and these lows are now putting on somewhat of a bottoming formation on the Ichimoku, but any price action above the cloud is now bullish. Fantastic rebound trades, yeah, when support held at the bottom end of the cloud, yeah. So these trades are all up and running, and now we've got this old resistance zone to deal with. That gap's been closed, so that's a good thing. And then the top end of the cloud, 3,900, is a resistance zone to deal with, as well as these two highs, 3,949, and that coincides well with this cloud chart resistance level there, as well as that level there, 3,969. And then we're going to deal with these resistance levels next, 4,007 and 4,040. So these are the upside risk targets. And the bottom end of the cloud has the downside support targets, downside risk targets to the downside on the Ichimoku. Front end of the cloud is twisting to the upside, so there is somewhat indications that we can get a little bit of a relief rally going here. But we can see any kind of sell-off back down to rebound from these levels of 3,824 and 3,844. So those are the downside risks. But so far, so good. Price actions back above the cloud on the 4-hour Ichimoku. Now, the hourly Ichimoku, also beautiful trades here. Cloud chart cross here to the upside. A nice little rally there. Front in the cloud here has a support zone of 3,860. The standard line of the cloud, there's also another support zone, 3,881. Front end of the cloud, there's 3,886. So we've got the support zones in there. Resistance is now this cloud chart level of 3,915 on the hourly, as well as that zone, the 3,913 and 3,921. So these long trades are short-term swing trades, because we are trading in a contrarian trend on the daily, because the daily is still bearish. But 4-hour and hourly one is bullish so far. 60-minute and 4-hour chart is bullish so far, and that's so far a good indication that we might get back up to the bottom end of the cloud, yeah, this resistance zone, as well as these upside targets of 3,975 and 4,076 to the upside on the S&P. Until next time, happy cloud chart trading. Bye for now.